Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing start to your Monday. So the overall NASDAQ market actually did really well. One of the things that I do want to talk about is, first off, I need to highlight, just like I love talking about my green days, one of the things that we always have to share is our red days. A lot of you guys know that I did have an open position on my Webull account for AMC. And as of right now, with my current position, I am down $10,000 on the open. It definitely sucks. It's a tough pill to swallow. But again, I've had huge days when it comes down to trading AMC, right? Just last week on Thursday, I had a $100,000 day. So if I want to aggressively trade a volatile stock, I need to understand that it comes with the territory. So it's the position that I put myself in. So I wanted to make sure that I wanted you guys to know that you're definitely not alone. So I hope that you guys know that. But one of the things that I really do want to talk about, and it was the main emphasis in today's live trading session, is I want to jump into my screen and I want you to pay attention and I want you to ask yourself, based off of current market conditions, are we still a good deal or should we be preparing for a pullback? I'm not here to scare you. It's never been about that. You guys know that every single time that the market hits 180-day highs or approaches 180-day highs, I like to prepare for pullbacks as they tend to happen, right? Around this general resistance range. And let me see if I can actually draw it just so it's a little bit easier for us to see. A very common resistance level on the NASDAQ market is right around that $14,000 mark. You guys can see here that in February, we hit those highs and we pulled all the way on back. And why is that important? Well, the thing that you guys should know is when the NASDAQ market pulls back, so do all the tech stocks that are influenced by the NASDAQ market, right? And then it recovers, right? We're approaching previous resistance levels. We hit 180-day highs, and then we pull on back, just like we talked about it last time. I made numerous videos when we were at this price level for the NASDAQ market. A lot of people thought that I was trying to implement fear or spread fear. It's never about that. It's to spread awareness of, hey, we're not a good deal anymore. We should be preparing for a pullback. And it's the same thing going on again. Just like I prepared to buy down here to ride the reversals. Do you guys remember all the videos that I made in early May, right? Hey, I'm buying the dip on Twitter. I'm buying the dip on Pinterest. I'm buying the dip on Spotify. I'm buying the dip on Tesla. And we ride the recovery. And it's super important for us to understand where that is, where we should lock in profits or reduce our position size. There's never a perfect way to approach the market, right? But there's a lot of different ways on how you can prepare if the market does begin to pull on back. I hope the market continues to rally, but let's be honest, the past 2 times it has not. It pulls on back. So what can we do to prepare? I've began to reduce my position size, meaning that I've began to sell a couple of my shares in preparation for the market to pull on back so I can have enough money left over to be able to, if the market does pull back, that I can buy the dip on all these different tech stocks. And one of the things that we've shared so many times before is the only people that get offended, the only people that get scared, right? And you'll see them in the comments section about the market pulling back are those that are not prepared, right? When the market begins to pull on back, you can see that it's their emotions that are getting the best of them, right? It's not about being scared, it's about being prepared. And it's not about predicting the future, but it's just putting yourself in a position now that your future self can thank you for. And that's exactly what I've been doing with the idea that I've been loading off on a couple of my shares when it comes down to the tech stocks in preparation that if the market does pull on back, I'd love to be able to buy heavier in Tesla, buy heavier into Peloton, buy heavier into, any tech stock, any blue chip stock that I potentially see value in. The whole idea is to understand oversold and overbought levels, when to sell, when to buy, and when to sell. Again, it doesn't mean that the market has to pull on back just because it has before. It can easily continue to rally as we hope it does. But I would really consider the idea of formulating a plan of, hey, if it breaks below 13,900, I might reduce my position size, or maybe I'll sell half of my shares up here to have enough buying power to buy more down here. The idea is to formulate a plan to set your future self up for success. And that's exactly what I talked about today in actually an article that I was featured in for Business Insiders. So if you guys have maybe a couple of minutes, click the first link down below, and I talk about the 3 stages of reversal when it comes down to buying the dip on blue chip stocks. I'm not talking about momentum plays or penny stocks or hype stocks or meme stocks. I'm talking about something that all of us can partake in, right? Stocks like Pinterest, stocks like Spotify, Twitter, tech stocks, right? And understanding when to buy and when to sell and when it makes sense. And that is, again, exactly what I talk about in the Business Insider article that I got featured in today, and that's that first link down below. So I wanted to provide you guys with a quick little recap, and I wanted you guys all to know exactly why I've been selling some of my shares, most of my shares, for a lot of the tech stocks that I'm holding. I'm never here to encourage you to copy what it is that I do. I'm never perfect. I'm never right 100% of the time. Today's a good example, AMC. I've done pretty well with AMC, but today's a good example. Things can go south, right? But it's not about always trying to be right, but just trying to make sure that you prepare. So if the market continues to rally, then yeah, I might miss out on a little bit of that. I can always get back in. But by selling most of my position at these previous overbought levels, I'm at least preparing for a pullback that my future self will thank me for, because I then have enough buying power to buy at those lower prices and then ride back on the recovery. So I wanted to get your guys' 2 cents. What do you think about my plan about selling at these current levels based off of current market conditions and current NASDAQ prices in preparation for a pullback? Have you been selling a couple of your shares? Are you still holding strong? Have you sold completely out of it? What's your plan, right? Comment down below. And again, this video is just for awareness and the idea of, I just want to make sure that we set our future selves up for success. So I hope that I earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. Don't forget to stay connected to our free Facebook group. That's that second link down below. And if you want to join us for our live trading session tomorrow, I trade live every single morning, and that's going to be that third link in the description. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.